Hello, my friends. Vidette here. I am quite vulnerable at the moment and am really uncomfortable with recording this video. And yet, as I'm sitting here on my porch, off of my bedroom, I'm just sitting here, I'm being very much called to the point where it's almost annoying to do this video. I'm resisting it because I'm at looks-wise, physically, I'm tired, I'm worn out, and I am not at all wanting to do any more work or efforting at the moment. And it feels like a lot of effort to do this video, and I don't want to do it, and yet it's such a nagging within me that at this point I can't take any more nagging of anything, including my intuition. So I'm just going to do as it says and know that there is a reason for it, because I do know that. I just don't always know what it is and why I'm called to do some of the things that I do when I do it. But when it starts to nag and ache and hurt and cause dis-ease and pain within me, I have to do something about it and ease that discomfort. And as I was sitting out here taking a break, if you don't know what's going on in my life, we are now going on a journey to write and travel and find what is our unimaginable life. My husband, my second husband, and I have two boys. We're a blended family. They're my boys biologically, and we came together a few years ago, and everything fell into place really quickly. Our family just kind of became a dream of mine, and it was a dream life that I have always wanted for myself, actually, more so than I wanted for my kids. I didn't have a very traditional upraising, but if you looked at it from the outside, it sure did. But it was very different on the inside, and it's taken me a long time to realize that, and it's taken me also a long time to realize that what I was creating and wanting so much for my kids was actually what I wanted to create for myself, or recreate for myself, a home that felt safe, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and not even a home, but an environment. Because even when I was smaller, going to a church, I was not spiritually free. I was told how to think and what to think, and even knowing that how that was being said to me, the energy behind it didn't support a place of open spiritual growth. So I didn't have a lot of safety in even spirituality. And in all of that, I really agreed to a lot of things that now I look back and I don't agree to, and I demand to break up. I agreed to being manipulated. I agreed to be manipulated through emotions and through the freezing of love when it was convenient. I misunderstood a lot of what I saw, because what I felt was love sometimes, but and logically it looked like things were good because I lived in a beautiful home and I had everything that I ever wanted. I didn't have to do anything, but I did work though. I was in gymnastics and I was a really good gymnast and traveled the world competing, and I was disciplined and committed and I was good. And yet what I agreed to was to always be good. And that hasn't gotten me everything that I've ever wanted. And I did get the college education, and I did get the husband and had the kids and all the things. And because I never really had to work for anything, I didn't feel capable of creating it. So when I did create it, I created it in kind of an unhealthy way. And the second time around now, I find myself in that healthy environment in my life and in my home. And so I knew it really quickly. I knew exactly who I wanted for myself as a partner and as a father figure in my kid's life. I knew exactly who I wanted. I had journaled about this dream for many, many years when I was in a very unhealthy version of the American dream. And as I created the American dream, I just kept journaling what I wanted. So when it came, I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know what he was going to look like or be like. But when it came, in a dream or from my journal, and then I went to a psychic and she told me that he would have tattoos and a uniform, and months later, I believe in all of that because I am that. I see things for other people, but I can't see them for myself sometimes. So I know and I trust those who can see to help see for me. And when she could see someone that had tattoos and had a uniform and was a really good man that I would be with for a long time, months later, after I had journaled everything I wanted to feel in this person and kind of had some clues of what he looked like, and he showed up as a chef with tattoos who wore a uniform, and he made me feel the way that I had dreamed of feeling and journaled about it for so long. When he showed up, I knew it. And all of those beliefs about me not wanting to do marriage again because I'm too independent, they went away because I chose him. He didn't complete me at all. Together, we were already whole. We came together and just exploded and expanded. And so did our thoughts and our ideas and everything we wanted to create. And all of a sudden, we create it. We have this home that's our dream home. It's not everybody's dream home. Someone might say, that's her dream home. I don't give a hell. I wanted to say something else. I don't give a rat's ass if this isn't your dream home. It was mine. It is mine. It comforts me and my family. And yet I want more now. I've gotten that version of the American dream, and it still doesn't feel fulfilling and meaningful, because to keep it all up, it just has us running around, and we have a really healthy life. But I don't want it to go too unhealthy quickly because we think we've made it and this is where we stay. Now, we have decided that we want more than this. We want the unimaginable, which is right now, we can't even get expansive enough yet to see what is possible. What we are doing is moving out a little bit more and saying, hey, let's do this thing that we always wanted to do and relocate to a place that just fills our soul and that has been a place that we wanted to live for our entire lives. And together we came to the idea of Europe, and together we started dwindling it down, and together in 4 weeks we are leaving on this journey to go find where that home is. We kind of think we know where it is, but we're not going to think from what we know. We're going to go and experience and allow that place to reveal itself, because it's exactly how we have wanted to feel in a home and in a place that we will lay down roots for a very long time. But if I just go on what I know, I will never get out of this fake American dream that I've built. It's not even fake, it's real. That's the sad thing. It's real, and it's still like, this is it. I've been duped. I want to go expand into that space of the unimaginable. Like, is it actually possible to live in a place that feels like vacation and doesn't feel like work majority of your days? Because when I tell people what we're doing with Normally Weird, they say, oh yeah, that it'll be real nice, like that sounds real good. But reality is, like, I don't really trust that. And if this is what reality is, then what are we working so hard for? It doesn't feel all that great. So let's just, make the most of it. Be positive for the rest of our lives. That's tiring. So I believe that there is a new way, and I believe that there can be a way that we can almost feel as if we're on vacation and still do the work that we love and still have time for our families and still have time for ourselves. My God, I want more time for myself. And I do. I make time for myself and I want more of it. That's unimaginable to me at the moment. Because right now we're in a lot of work. And that work is figuring out what to do with all the stuff in this house that as I go through it, I get angrier and angrier because it is stuff that doesn't freaking matter now, but it does for some reason, because I'm not willing to just go pitch it all in the trash. I'm not willing to give it all away because there is value in it. And what I've realized is because I have downsized so many times and finally got to the bare minimum of what was left in that first half of my life that I lived, what is left is what I have here, and there's so much value in it. But someone on the outside is not going to see the value in it. And it's heartbreaking to give of something so valuable for nothing. So letting go of our things is a sacred expression of our love. I mean, everything is grieved. Lamps, only the really important ones have lasted through one whole lifetime with someone else. Another whole chapter. So the things that are here, those are the things that really matter, y'all. And letting that go is like grief every single day, on top of being in this spiritually rich time of growth, energetic rich time, astrological rich time, whatever it is you follow. As scientifically we know, like, everything is changing in our world. All of that is going on, as well as all of this stuff on the inside. And it is a lot. But here's what I came to at the end when I was just sitting here on my deck, taking a breather. The world sounds louder here than it ever has when I've sat out here. I hear more sirens and more planes and traffic, and like, I love hearing people. I hear more noise, and then I hear people, and my heart just goes, oh my God, there's other people out there, because we have been in a very cocooned existence for 6-7 months, and that's really starting to we have been under one roof for almost a year together, and that takes its toll on a family. But I will tell you, I have still at our toughest moments right now, I have never been in a stronger family unit than I am right now. That tells me, and that shows me, and that validates what I already know, and that is that this family is in this change for growth. And as I sat here, I started to say, man, change is hard. It's true. But I know that the pain I had at staying, or the pain that I have right now at being at this discomfort level, is so worth the pain of changing it all, and the decision and everything that has gone into completely up-leveling every part of our lives. Every part of our lives is up in the air at the moment, and that is painful and scary. And I am filled with fear, but it's not the same fear, because this fear over here, when I just sat in behind fear because I couldn't get out of it, and I was afraid of change, that stuff's bullshit to me now. That's cowardice. That is fear. The excuses that I gave myself. Oh, well, my boys deserve this, or my boys deserve, like, for me to sit and stay put and put it all on the back burner. They don't give a rat's ass. They don't care. So if they don't care, then I can show them how I start to care back for myself, and for those things that I like, because everything that I have ever cared about has included them, and that's still the case. So as I move forward on this, and we move forward as a family, we are getting stronger. We're respecting ourselves more. We're honoring ourselves and each other more. We are loving ourselves and each other more. What we want to see in the world is happening in our home, and it is uncomfortable. We are in the same discomfort that the whole world is in some way, and yet we just keep going round after round, and that each round brings us higher and higher into our own knowing and our own strength as a family. So what someone might look at and think, oh boy, they might be having some troubles. This is the opposite expression of that. And yes, it does exist in the world. And that's why I'm being vulnerable with what I'm sharing, because this is the opposite expression. It still makes you look run down. It's still hard work. It still takes every ounce of your ability. But on the other side of this, instead of being bruised and battered, I might be a little bit. But on top of that, I'm actually living in something that feels unimaginable in this moment. I will tell you, in 4 weeks, that'll be the most beautiful time in my entire existence. The most beautiful moment. Even more so than giving birth to my kids, because I feel like I'm giving birth once more into a higher level of life, and my kids are going there with me. Whether physically or they are definitely there energetically, spiritually, and emotionally with me. That's 3 of the 4 parts of a human. Even though I have one child that I'm grieving is not coming on this normally weird journey with us, I've got him right here. Every ounce of the time that I've put in with him in this lifetime, I have given my entire heart to. So that means it's been fully open to him, and I have seen his heart. I know it because it's been within me. It's been all around me. I've breathed it in at night. I have prayed over that heart. I have been with that heart. So I know I am still with his heart. I am still with him energetically. I am still with him spiritually. Our consciousness is no further apart than right here, than right now. He may not be there physically with me yet. Whether he is or whether he isn't, he's still on this, and he's still watching. And he's still knowing what his mama is doing, because I've been very transparent. I've been very clear with my kids. And that might be seen by some as too much, but I have nothing to hide. I have only truth, and I have love, and I have always told my kids the truth, and I will continue to do so. And I will tell them, change is freaking hard. But don't you remember that one time we all went full in, and we decided to go normally weird? Do you remember that time when we kind of got to the other side and we all looked at each other and said, oh shit, that was hard, but oh my God. And we start laughing. That's the feeling you follow for the rest of your life. You laugh because you made it. That's what's keeping me going right here, you guys. This is what's keeping me going. This is what these trees remind me of right above here. I come out and I sit here and I look at these trees and I'm like, give me some wisdom, because I got nothing. And that's what came to me, and that's what had to come to you. So thank you for helping me understand the message that I needed to hear, because obviously I was pretty stuck. And I didn't want to be here with you at the beginning of this, and now I feel like I've gotten the message that I had to get, and now I get to share it with you. So thank you for tuning in with me. I hope this helped in some way. If it does, please like or subscribe. The more, but this isn't because I want followers, it's because I want to get to 100 subscribers so I can get my own youtube.com/VadetteMayor thing URL. I want to be able to do live streams, so I need 1,000 subscribers. So I'm here because I'm willing to be vulnerable and look like this and still show up for you. So if there's value in that, please share or subscribe or come over to my website, VadetteMayor.com, and see what I do. I handle these moments with such reverence and sacredness because they are parts of life. And if there's those moments where you get to this point and you don't have trees or people to turn to, and you have dis-ease in your mind, body, or soul, this is what I do. Come with me, and we will sit and commune, and we will ease your heart of that dis-ease and help you see a different perspective and truly start to change this now moment, because when this now moment changes, the next one does too. And when that one changes for the better, the next one does too. And it's a progression, but it takes really switching a perception real quickly. I can help you do that. All you have to do is DM me, reach out to me, email me, go on social media. I don't care. I don't have funnels. I just have myself to offer you, and I want to thank you for being here today. Mwah. Have a good one.